Hey ba. Hey ba. Let me do it. Okay. Hey ba. Caro. Hey ba. Don't you love Afrobeats? It's like, it gives me life. It really just gives me life. But hey guys, welcome back to Mary's channel. Thank you again for joining me today. It's actually been a little while. I've been a bit naughty, not uploading regularly, but what can you do? It's my 3rd month into my new job. Now getting used to things and just going with the groove, so haven't had too many chance to focus on the channel, but I will try to be more regular. I can't promise I'll post weekly or anything like that, but at least I will be regular. But yeah, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Definitely please subscribe and like the video already. Just want to give that heads up first of all. As you of course know, my name is Mary, and on this channel I like to talk about Japan, lifestyle, some career advice, and anything that sounds interesting. So enjoy. So yeah, so actually, you know, today's video is something special because I've been noticing that especially a lot of my, how do you say, in Japanese we say kohai, but a lot of my undergrad friends are graduating. So congratulations to all the new grads. Woo, woo. I remember graduating like it was yesterday. I graduated actually in like January of 2017. So it's just been a little over 2 years now. But man, graduation, I actually didn't go to my graduation. I didn't go to anything like that. I actually don't have any pictures, so I'm a bit sad about that, but I'm so happy to see all the graduation pictures on Facebook and to be hearing, like, you know, stuff on Twitter and things like that. So congrats to all the new grads, and I'm glad you guys got to actually go to your graduation party. So actually today's video is in regards to that, because I know once you're about to graduate or just after graduating, you know, after all the excitement of getting that hard work for diploma that took 4, 5, 6+ years and all that student debt, and now it's like, okay, so where's my job? Where is the promised job? So a lot of people actually expect to have a job right after graduation, but unfortunately that's not the reality for a lot of graduates, and it could take months or even years before they get into their, you know, full-time position that either matches their degree or is something that they're really passionate about. Just to give a quick example from myself, after I graduated in January, I didn't get my full-time job, or at least I didn't start working my first full-time job until August later that year. So that was exactly about, what, 8 months until I started working. So it is quite common, but today I want to give you 5 tips on how to get a full-time position as a new grad. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so the first tip I want to give to you for all those new grads out there on how to get a full-time job right after graduation is go to the career fairs, go to the career forums. Now you may think, well, career fairs, I've been going there, but maybe you haven't been going to exactly the right ones or hitting them up in the right way. So when I say career fairs, I'm not meaning the ones that are for like retail positions, but I'm thinking the more professional ones. So if you're like an accounting student or something like that, go to the one at your school for the accounting program and look at that. Hand in your resume. Make sure to already have your resume ready, your cover letter ready if you want to add a cover letter, and be ready to hand it out. If you are more of a general profession, like maybe more of a general business, like you took just HR or business administration, go to the more big career fairs downtown, in your local city, in your local YMCA, and there are so many opportunities there. And then don't even just think like that, also think big, because for my example, I actually went to one of the biggest Japanese English career fairs, not in Toronto, which is my city, but in Boston. So I flew out to Boston to go to career fair, and career fairs are a great way to meet companies you normally wouldn't think about or normally wouldn't consider when you are first applying to jobs, because unfortunately we do have a bias to maybe only apply to jobs that we know or companies that we know of, but that doesn't mean that they're the only good companies out there. And if you can go to some career fairs, then you have the great chance to actually meet with these companies, talk with their representatives, talk with their HR, talk with the people working in the positions that maybe could be of interest for you, and get to learn about that. So number one suggestion is definitely to hit up your career fairs. Ways you can search is just a simple Google search. Search career fairs in Toronto, career fairs in Canada, career fairs in America, in your city, in your local town, and then maybe in the general state. Because if you're willing to do a little bit of driving, you could actually end up finding the best position for you. My second suggestion for how to get a new position for a new grad right after graduation is job boards, obviously. And you may think, okay, well, that's pretty standard. Yeah, job boards, of course. But I think most people, when they look on job boards, they only type in maybe secretary or office assistant. But you have to do more than that. You have to go into the full range of positions that could encompass your skill set. So I'll use the example of HR just because that's something I know really well. So if you are an HR major, you graduate with an HR degree, you go check out human resources, HR, maybe office assistant, secretary, payroll assistant, anything in that realm. And it doesn't matter because, you know, for most positions, as long as you have a degree, that's what they care about. It doesn't matter too much, at least in the entry level stage, what exactly that degree is. And so maybe something good to check out for HR people, for example, would be, you know, office assistant or kind of admin positions for universities, for grocery stores, for big corporations, for car companies, for car washes. You know, you just gotta start somewhere. So really broaden your search on these job boards. And then when you are actually applying, do not worry too much about the years of experience required. So the reason why I'm saying this is because truthfully, what people post or what companies post as the job advertisement is their like ideal unicorn candidate, as we like to call it in the HR world, the unicorn candidate. So they post, you know, maybe they'll say requirement 3 years of experience, HR degree, knowledge of payroll, knowledge of this, experience of this, experience of that. But no, I mean, maybe they'll have a checklist of like 10 responsibilities they want you to do or experience they want you to have. But as long as you fit at least maybe 3 to 4 of them, it's still worth to try and apply. Because at the end of the day, it's the best candidate who interviews well and presents themselves well that will get the job. It is not always the most qualified candidate. Let me repeat that. It is the best candidate who interviews well and presents themselves well that will get the job, not always the most qualified candidate. And that could literally be you. Like, yes, you. It could be you to get that job. But if you are too afraid that, oh, I'm not good enough, or, oh, you know, I don't meet all the requirements, I can't even apply, then you're never going to get to show them what you could be capable of. So I'm not saying, or I'm not recommending to lie on your resume and say like, yes, I do have 3 years of experience when you probably only had 6 months working at Walmart or something like that. No. But what I am saying is that if the soft skills match, you have good communication skills, good teamwork skills, you have a degree in the general area they want, and maybe you even have the 1 year of, you know, general customer service type of experience, you can tailor your resume to actually still be able to kind of fit those job advertisements and then still apply and see how it goes. So my main recommendation for number 2, or suggestion number 2, is to apply to both the entry-level positions and those slightly above you that you think you may not be quite qualified for, because you may surprise yourself and they may call you and then you actually have a chance to interview. So definitely try to apply to positions both at your, like right at your entry level and maybe just a little bit above, and you may be surprised at the results that you get. Okay, so I'm actually really excited for this third suggestion. So for this third suggestion, I would say look abroad. Like, why do you think there's only jobs exist in your area? There's only jobs in, you know, your country? No, there is so many freaking awesome opportunities around the freaking world, but people don't really, I guess, even think about it because they are a bit shy to leave their comfort zone, to, you know, to leave who they know, what they know. But sometimes it's by leaving the country and going abroad, you can get some of the best work experience ever, and then you can utilize and bring back home. So look abroad, you know, especially I think if you're in the area of like engineering, even English teaching, or you're a teacher, you know, those are the type of skills that really you can do anywhere. Even a nurse, I think even a nurse, as long as, you know, the language is still like English or something like that, those are the type of skills you can really take anywhere. So I'll take the example of a teacher. If you just graduate with your teacher's degree and, you know, you're thinking, oh, you know, I can't really find a school that fits me, or the pay is not quite right, consider schools in China, in South Korea, in Japan, where I am, in Japan. It's crazy how much schools here and schools around the world are willing to pay for qualified teachers. And you know, the benefits are amazing. There are some schools in like China that I've heard that will pay for your housing. Like literally, they will pay for your housing, maybe even pay for your transport, and give you a really nice salary as well. And that's an easy way for you to knock out maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years of experience that you can then bring back home. So definitely look abroad. If you have a type of skill set or degree that can literally you can use anywhere in the world, then go abroad, and you can really gain a lot of insight, and you can kill two birds with one stone, because you get to travel while in your early 20s, mid 20s, and have, you know, get some great work experience. So I am so happy that I'm working abroad right now, because I get to do that exactly. So definitely, if you're a new grad thinking about what to do, I would say consider going abroad and start just looking that up a little bit. Okay. My fourth suggestion for new graduates on how to find a new position or a new full-time job is actually something a bit I think quite people know of, but it's internships. So the reason why I say internships is because internships are a great way to get your foot in the door. Especially it can be quite hard for maybe the more either professional type of work or even the more creative type of work. So professional mean like maybe for accounting students, something like that, or brokers or lawyers. And a creative side, for example, would be like what do you call it, like the video people, the artists, graphic designers. Sometimes if you can just get a 6-month, 3-month, 1-year internship, hopefully paid. I do recommend to try to look for the paid one first, but if absolutely that's not possible, then even unpaid can be the way just to get your foot in the door. Because there are some industries where unfortunately, you know, send your resume into the company won't get you anything, but if you're actually physically there working for them, you know, helping them, being that go-to person for them, and they see you every day and you're making those right connections, hopefully at the end of that internship they'll be like, yeah, you know, we can not work without Sally. Like, we need Sally. Or Raymond's been an awesome help for us in the last 6 months. His photography has been crazy good, so we definitely need to hire him full-time, or even for like a contract position. So do be open to internships or contract positions, because they are the best way to get your foot into that really tight niche area or type of business, and then from there you can hopefully make the connections and turn that into a full-time position, or at least some more long-term positions. So definitely consider internships and contract type of roles. Okay. And finally, the fifth recommendation of how to get a new position as a new grad is actually a little bit linked to my previous suggestion, but that would be with working with a recruitment agency. So, you know, it's so crazy how I didn't know one thing about recruitment agencies until I became a recruiter myself. And they're so helpful for you. I know even maybe as a new guy you may worry like, but I don't really have any skills or experience, would they even want to work with me? But yes, they would still be, quite a few would still be very happy to work with you, but you just have to be realistic about the type of positions that they likely will be able to introduce to you. So there are some recruitment agencies that I believe that probably do work with like new grads and stuff like that, but more likely they'll be able to offer you contract type of positions or temporary positions. So this is different from internships, because temporary position is technically still you'll be working as a regular full-time job, but only for a limited amount of time, and you don't unfortunately get all the benefits as a full-time worker. But we have to think smart. We're not here to, you know, get the benefits right away, but more importantly, we're here to get the experience. Because if you can get even that, you know, 1 year, 2 year experience, then when you are ready to transition to a full-time role or to start looking elsewhere, you can finally say that you have the necessary experience and not just the education backing you up. So definitely look into contract roles and look into recruitment agencies. Now I will say, be careful not to get taken advantage of. Recruitment agencies genuinely are good. They're very good people. They're very hardworking people there who do want to help you. But at the same time, there are always a couple, you know, not so good apples who are trying to just make a quick, you know, maybe buck off your hard work. So just make sure your rates are fair. If you're being contracted out, for example, as a IT desk help through some recruitment agency, just make sure that your rate is fair. You regularly talking to them, you regularly get access to your recruiter so that you can talk about your situation. Because the thing with contract position is that you're not directly hired by the company that you're working for, but you're actually hired through that agency. So usually the agency that will be telling you, oh, if you're doing good, if you're doing bad, negotiating your salary and things like that. So just make sure that you have a good relationship with that recruiter. You are negotiating for yourself for benefits, for salary, for rates, and that you just, you know, keep up to date on what the market is for your role or your position. But if you're able to get those type of positions in the beginning, I still think that's amazing, because then you can build up your skills, build up your network, and then after that 1 year, 6 months, 1 year, a year and a half, you can then eventually level up. Okay? So that was my 5 suggestions on how to get a full-time position right after graduating university. I really hope that helps you guys so much. And congratulations again to all the new grads. You know, you guys are killing it. It's not an easy time for us to be graduating as millennials, as they would say. But, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. And it may not be an easy road in the beginning, but trust me, you got this. And you're gonna rock the heck out of your future full-time job. Okay, so this is your girl Mary from Japan. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comments below, and subscribe if you haven't. Okay, see you guys. Bye.